Hi friends, Merry Christmas. I hope you've had the opportunity to spend some time with people you love, either in person or on the phone or computer, or maybe even just in the imagination of your heart. Thank you for all of the greetings that you have sent and expressed to us. We appreciate your thoughtfulness. And if you happen to be or know the secret elf who visited us the 12 days before Christmas, we are thankful for the joy that you or he or she brought to our holiday. Joy is the topic I want to reflect on with you today. It's not the same as happiness, and the easiest way to remember the distinction is to look at the words themselves. The root of the word happiness is the same as the root for the words happening or happenstance. So happiness is based on circumstances that happen. When the weather is nice, or when we're getting good grades, or when our job is going smoothly, when our bank account is full, when we get what we want for Christmas, when circumstances are what we want them to be, then we're happy. And the search for happiness focuses primarily on the self. What can I do to make me happy? The search for joy, on the other hand, takes us out of self-centered preoccupation, and it provides an orientation toward others. Joy is an experience that connects us with that which is greater than the self. Joy takes us out of ourselves and puts us in contact with God and with others. Again, an easy way to remember it is to look at the word joy itself. Now, I learned this as a child in Sunday school. The J stands for Jesus. In order to experience joy, Jesus must be our primary concern and our primary relationship. The greatest commandment is to love God with all of our heart, mind, soul, and strength. The O in joy stands for others. In order to experience joy, the needs of others, family, friends, neighbors, and even strangers, are considered before our own needs. Our secondary concern should be our relationship with others, whether in the intimacy of family or the camaraderie of friends or the charity of humanitarianism. The second greatest commandment is to love your neighbor as yourself. And the Y of joy stands for yourself. The second greatest commandment implies that our concern for others grows out of a healthy love or esteem for ourselves. Now, certainly, our own needs need to be considered and cared for. Our relationship with ourselves, physical, emotional, spiritual, is important, and it needs our attention. The key to finding joy, though, is to be Christ-centered. If we become self-centered, focused only on our own needs and wants and desires, well, then we become dependent on our circumstances for happiness, and contentment remains elusive and unattainable. If we become other-centered, focused solely on the wants and needs and desires of other people, then we become very busy and we do a lot of good things. But in the process, we also become empty and devoid of meaning and purpose. If we become Christ-centered, then we can strike a balance that will bring us joy. If our center is Christ and our primary relationship is God, then we are called by Christ to reach out to others and care for those needs, as well as to nurture our own wholeness, which includes everything from our physical, spiritual, and mental well-being. You know, I saw the perfect picture of joy this season at the Vintage Voices concert early in December. As I watched the singers, one in particular drew my attention. I couldn't stop watching her. She looked so happy. And yet I knew the expression on her face was much deeper than happiness. because I knew that she had just buried her adult son. Her heart was broken, and yet she was still joyful because her faith was in Christ, her singing was for others, and she surrounded herself with a community of friends who cared for and supported her. Thank you, Irma Jean, for modeling joy and sharing it with us. Thanks for listening. I'll see you next week.